everybody. So today I'm really excited to be here to do a special review for you. I don't normally do that many new release reviews on my channel. I usually do that on my blog, but today is a special occasion. I decided to do a kind of collab review with my friend Lee over at Drumdums, and we've collabed a number of times, particularly in Watcher in the Woods. And this is our first new movie that we've decided to talk about. So we decided to both share our reviews of the new film starring Hugh Jackman, Reminiscence. I didn't know a ton about this film going into it, but it sounded like something that might be kind of intriguing and something that might fit kind of both of our channels. And so we decided to go ahead and talk about it. And basically this is a movie about a man who lives in a kind of a dystopian version of Miami. He's a detective for dreams, and particularly mining the dreams to find things that you are missing or to remember things that have become lost. There's some people who are going under in order to remember loved ones that have passed on. There's some that are going in, let's say they lost their legs in the army, then they go and remember a time when they had legs. And then there's others who are trying to figure things out, find out where people went, why people did the things they did, trying to understand their choices more. All of that was very interesting. Also, I thought the world building was really strong. There is this whole world of Miami that's become flooded, and it's only like the tops of the buildings that work. And then there's other spots where it's just always kind of slushy and flooded over, but they drive on it and they walk on it and things like that. And they have these big, tall boots to get through that part. But then the really rich people, they live in the landed part where they even have like grass and sprinklers and stuff like that, which was, I thought, interesting. Just all the world building was really interesting and well done and believable. And it felt like they spent a lot of money on this movie. I don't know that for a fact, but they did. Well, one day, Rebecca Ferguson's character comes into the agency and she wants to find something and kind of starts a whole story about Hugh Jackman's character and Rebecca Ferguson's character when she goes missing. I won't tell anymore because it's obviously spoilers, but I think a lot of things about this movie did work, and I think it'd probably be better as a HBO Max. I think you can watch it on HBO Max or go to the theater. I think this would probably be better as HBO Max. It's almost 2 hours long, and it felt longer than that, in fact, because the problem is they just kept repeating the same imagery and stories because he's trying to figure out the clues, but that meant seeing the same things over and over and over again. There's a scene with her in a blue dress that I swear we saw 5 times. And I was just like, I get it already. And the mystery itself, I think, wasn't quite interesting enough. The world building and the ideas were kind of interesting, but the actual mystery wasn't that great. It wasn't that compelling. And so that was a problem. And I didn't really actually feel the chemistry between Rebecca Ferguson and Hugh Jackman that much, especially considering the fact they've already worked together once. You think it would be super great, but I don't know. It was just kind of left me cold a little bit. And I found myself getting restless. I do think it ended pretty well, and kind of they were able to sort of wrap everything up in a satisfying way. And like I said, I think it's worth seeing just for this sort of film noir feel. Like the narration feels right off something from like Humphrey Bogart or, you know, that kind of film noir type of film. And I think that worked really well. And I think it's really cool that Lisa Joy, that she wrote and directed this, and that shows a ton of ambition and a lot of ideas here. And I don't know if they really captured that feeling of if you were to see the people that had passed on, how devastating that would be, like how just emotional that would be. I don't know if I never got even close to crying. A song by Justin Moore called If Heaven Wasn't Too Far Away, where he talks about if he could just go to heaven and visit these various people in his life who've passed away and how much that would mean. And every time I hear that song, I just cry my eyes out.
And losing them wouldn't be so hard to take if heaven wasn't so far away.
And that this movie never captured that emotion for me. So I don't think I can quite go fresh on it. It was just too repetitive. It was too long, and I didn't quite get that emotional that I needed. But I do think the world building is really strong. I think the idea is really interesting, and I like the film noir feel. I think Hugh Jackman is good in the role. He does a good job, but I don't know, it just wasn't quite there for me. So I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 10. I'll be very curious to see what Lee thinks of it, if he is higher on it than me. Make sure to check out his channel, check out his review. I'll put it in the cards and then also in the description. But thanks so much, everybody. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. We also have the merch store and then also the Patreon group. And we're having one of our watch alongs this Saturday. We're watching the film The Birthday Wish with the screenwriter Julie Sherman Wolf. It's going to be super fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. And thanks again to Lee. And thanks so much. I'll talk to you all later. Bye, everyone.